welcome to Personal Training Unlocked. I am your host, Matt Mangle. I'm a certified strength and conditioning specialist. I've been in the fitness industry for just about 20 years, and I've owned my own personal training studio for about 8 years. Now, today's topic is postural control with a hammer curl, okay? Now, we have the underhand curls, which most of the time, it's a restricted range because people are trying to go for 1,000 pounds. Posturally, it's awful. All the muscles here in the back area are in overstretch, which incidentally, nowadays, the way things are, we're doing a lot of things virtually. So whether I'm virtually training somebody, I try to make sure that I'm upright or I'm sitting in a certain position where I'm upright, I'm standing, I'm moving around. But let's say you have 7 meetings back to back and you're working at a desk. Okay, you're like this, okay? You're gonna have what's eventually gonna be called Zoom back, right? And the thing is, what this does is it makes us even lean forward more over time. If we're walking, we're carrying stuff. There's this invisible point known as a center of gravity that you've heard about. Center of gravity, when I lean in my biomechanics of my body or out here, it moves this invisible point out here. So if this point's always out here and there's pull on me, right? Gravitationally, you name it, and then I'm carrying stuff, I'm gonna start to go more towards my toes, which means I'm really gonna have less and less balance because I got no control of things pulling me back and taking the center of gravity, which it's invisible, but it should be over top of your waist. Center of gravity's back over top of your waist because you're using your postural muscles and keeping yourself more aligned. You're going to have better chance of catching yourself if you trip over something. You're going to have a better chance of just your body using the musculature both on the front side of your body and the dorsal side of your body the way it's supposed to, and your body's going to work more efficiently. And usually when your body works more efficiently, there's less of a chance of injury. So why not reduce risk while also getting less stronger, okay? So, curls are fine. Curls are great, okay? Not the only exercise you should be doing in the gym. You know that. Now, we want to do a hammer curl today. And this is why. Here are my weights, okay? Classic grip for curls, not hammer curls, is this. We end up restricting the range for more weight. We end up swinging at some point. And what happens is we end up curving whether we want to or not. It's very difficult to stay posturally correct and do these curls. You can, but until you have really, really good postural control, this can be very difficult to manage with weights here. This, however, puts you in a position where it takes pressure off the base of your neck. You can use more of your mid-back and do more of a clean movement, okay? This grip is known as neutral grip in the business, or hammer style grip, as you might have heard it referred to before. We're gonna be here today. We're gonna do one arm at a time. Pick a weight that you think you can handle, 10 to 15 repetitions with control. We're working on not being rounded, we're working on pinching the shoulder blades back and down, eliminating the urge to use the upper trapezius muscles, which tend to make us round like this, okay? They elevate the scapula. We want the middle trapezius and the lower trapezius to be active. Retraction and depression, maybe even a little lean back to be exaggerated at first. We're alternating hammer curls, okay? Try 10 of these. If it's not too challenging, before you bump the weight up, next progression is both arms same time. Maintaining postural control. If it's too much weight, you're gonna be hitching. Some of the traps are going to take over. You want to be able to maintain a quiet neck and control. The rule of thumb with a curl, just like any other movement, but specifically a curl, control as much on the way up as you do on the way down. At no point in the range should you have a lack of control. It's going to lead to injury, especially when you get tired, okay? So we're going to control up, we're going to control down. When you can get to the point where you do 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 repetitions, and it's no longer that challenging, but your form is impeccable, all right? Then sit on a bench or a seat, something, but don't lean against the back. Sit upright on the edge. You control your posture. Go back to alternating single arms with the same weight that you just used that felt too easy. It's going to feel harder because your lower body isn't able to help you out, and you have to make up for that with more postural control and more of the musculature in the biceps working and more core working. So that can make that same weight, being that you're seated, not against the back, but providing your own back support, can make that same weight heavier without having to go up in weight. Plus, you should be able to maintain form. It's the most important thing, okay? So, let's say I'm seated, doing my singles. If that same weight still is easy, not challenging, then seated, no back support, you're retracted, you control both arms. That might be good for a little while until you meet the same criteria of 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. It's not too challenging anymore. Then stand back up, bump the weight up, standing with postural control, hammer curls, alternating. When that's easy, double arms. When that's easy, sit, single arms, sit, double arms, and so on and so forth. Okay, that's the good controlled progression, but posture is working the whole time, which can only help. Okay, your working out should counter what you face during the day. So that's another thing to think about. Also, what you're going to do is when you are working the hammer curl, you're working the long head of the bicep and the forearm. So you're going to improve grip strength, and you're going to have better control, and it's a stronger movement. Okay. So that's been the hammer curl with postural control here on Personal Training Unlocked. Again, I'm your host, Matt Mangle. You can find me on Facebook at Mangle Strength, Twitter at Mangle Strength, Instagram, you guessed it, at Mangle Strength. My website is manglestrength.com. It's Mangle Strength and Conditioning is my business. This YouTube channel is Personal Training Unlocked, and you can send direct emails and questions and so on and so forth, comments, to ptunlocked@gmail.com. Again, that's ptunlocked@gmail.com. Please reach out, subscribe, share, okay? We want to see how many people we can reach, and I'm curious how many people I can reach outside my geographic area. So it's been great. Keep on lifting. I'll see you next time.